It was, at the end of the day, an abduction, whether it was originally intended to be or not. But you have an abduction that has not resulted in any demands that we can verify. And that, I believe, is why you're getting so many theories as to a robbery gone bad or a burglary gone bad.
Yeah, Paul Morrow weighing in on one of the many theories swirling around Nancy Guthrie's disappearance. Let's bring back criminal defense attorney and federal litigator Vikas Bajaj and retired FBI Special Agent Maureen O'Connell. Thank you both for coming back. No consistent dialogue, Maureen, between anyone and the Guthrie family. Never proof of life. I mean, it just doesn't sound like this began as a kidnapping. Maybe it evolved into that, but it sounds like it didn't because there's no ducks in a row here.
No, and there was, and the timeline between the abduction and the actual first note that came in was too long. This is not how these things work. And whether or not anyone, you know, I don't know how anyone can say it wasn't a kidnapping when a human being, in fact, was taken out of her bed in the middle of the night, removed from the home, and never seen or heard from again.
Yeah, former FBI agent Tim Clemente on going to the genealogy sites if the FBI thing doesn't work. Watch.
That would be a forensic genealogical search where you would actually go through databases that are not part of CODIS, not part of the FBI or any law enforcement agency, 23andMe, Ancestry.com, or a host of others. And those can be accessed sometimes with warrants, sometimes with cooperation.
And as a lot of people have noted, Vic, it's how they caught Brian Kohberger.
Well, that's exactly right. This is such a powerful piece of evidence, and I don't necessarily agree that CODIS has to come back and have no fruit, and then you can follow up with this forensic genetic genealogy. I think they are parallel, concurrent paths. They should be followed because you don't know who's involved in this caper, whether it's an abduction or a kidnapping for ransom or what have you. You don't know who's connected. And for everyone to understand, the genealogy research creates a family tree, and then it works backwards to hone in on the person that's closest to the known DNA sample that they have. So the investigative tools that's opened up by this very powerful, positive Pandora's box could be the death knell for the perpetrators in this case.
Meantime, on TMZ, I have Harvey Levin saying they got a fourth note from some person who claims to know who did it, and they would rat this person out for $50K. It's $100K, but let's listen to Harvey, and I'll get your take.
I'm quoting from the letter now. He said, "I know what I saw 5 days ago south of the border, and I was told to shut up, so I know who he is, and that was definitely Nancy with them." So this is the second time he sent a letter where he's suggesting there's more than one person, but there is a main kidnapper.
In Mexico. You buying it?
I mean, anything's possible at this point because this whole investigation has been a roller coaster, and we've been upside down half the time.
Yeah.
Do I buy it? I don't know. Has anything else come true? Not that I know of. I mean, I don't know what to think at this point. I wake up several of these days, I've awakened and thought, I know exactly what happened. This is a conspiracy. This is what happened. And then another bit of information comes out, and boom, we're right back where I started.
Yeah.
You know, 3 days before.
It's interesting because this gentleman right next to you actually is intrigued by the whole Mexico idea or prospect of this. That's a fair assessment, right, Vic?
It's nail on the head for my perspective. I remember working on a case like this almost 2 decades ago in San Diego, and we're so close to the United States-Mexico border. Tucson, Arizona is about 70 miles from the Mexico border there. So there are so many similarities in the case because while the United States authorities in the case I was involved in knew where the perpetrators were, knew where the kidnapped family was, they couldn't just go into the Republic in Mexico and extract these individuals. They needed the cooperation of the Mexican authorities. That took appreciable time. But once that unity was there, they went in and they grabbed him. And I'll tell you what, we can hope and pray that the evildoers in this case are more than just one. And the reason for that is because you are going to have a prisoner's dilemma. An individual is going to say, you know, I'm not the real bad actor. I may have done something bad, but I didn't know it was going to get this bad. I didn't know somebody was going to, God forbid, die. Let me tell you what I know. And so if there's more than one actor, which I think at this point most people believe there is, just by the weight, the manpower it would take to excrete a body out of that area, that could be the saving grace, and you want both people who may be involved telling on each other.
Vic, Maureen, thank you both. Well, what do you think will finally crack the Nancy Guthrie case? Will it be DNA evidence? A tip. There's been a lot of tips. Something we haven't yet thought of. Let us know. X, Instagram. At Trace Gallagher, we're back with the Nightcap crew. It always includes you, and it is next.